Ever feel like your wheels are just spinning? You're putting in the effort, pushing hard, but you're not going anywhere. Like a car stuck deep in the mud, the more you try, the more stuck you seem to become. Maybe you're facing a mountain of choices, so many options that you're frozen, unable to decide which way to go. Or perhaps you're trying to force something that just isn't working, like trying to jam a square peg into a round hole. You feel that resistance, that blockage, like a powerful river suddenly hitting a dam. It's that frustrating, universal feeling of being stuck, of not knowing how to move forward. We've all been there. That famous saying, "The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step," is inspiring. Sure, but what about when you can't even find that first step? When you're so stuck that even the idea of moving feels impossible? What then? There's a way out of this feeling, and it lies in understanding something ancient and profound: the Tao. The Tao, simply put, is the natural order of the universe, the underlying principle of flow and change that governs everything. Think of a river, our central guide. Now, within that, there's a concept called wu wei, often translated as effortless action. It doesn't mean no action, but rather acting in harmony with the Tao, like a skilled sailor expertly using the wind instead of fighting against it. It's about finding the natural current and flowing with it. Then there's Pu, the uncarved block. This represents our original, pure nature, full of untapped potential, like a piece of wood before it's been carved, brimming with possibilities. A seed growing is Pu and Wu Wei. A craftsman working with the grain is also Wu Wei, and respectful of the Pu. Being stuck often comes from resisting the Tao, forcing action, which is the opposite of Wu Wei, and forgetting our inherent potential, our Pu. As Lao Tzu said, nature does not hurry, yet everything is accomplished. So how do these powerful ideas help us get unstuck? How do we learn to flow like that river? Think about what happens when you try to paddle a canoe upstream against a powerful current. You exhaust yourself, you make little progress, and you might even end up further behind than where you started. That's what resisting the natural flow, resisting the Tao, feels like. It creates stagnation, frustration, and that feeling of being utterly stuck. We often do this in our lives without even realizing it. We try to micromanage every detail of a project, refusing to adapt when things inevitably change. Or we cling tightly to a rigid plan, missing out on unexpected opportunities that might actually be a better path. We overthink problems, getting lost in endless analysis, instead of allowing space for intuition and inspiration to surface. Remember, Wu Wei isn't about doing nothing. It's about doing the right thing at the right time. In the right way, aligned action, not forced action. So, how do we stop fighting the current? How do we learn to let go of the oars and trust the flow? It starts with recognizing your inner compass, reconnecting with that uncarved block, your Pu. Just like a tree naturally grows towards the sunlight following its inherent nature, we all have an inner guidance system. Think of an animal in the wild, instinctively knowing how to find food and shelter, trusting its innate wisdom for survival. We have that same wisdom within us. It's about cultivating self-awareness, paying attention to your gut feelings, those subtle nudges that often guide us in the right direction. It's about recognizing your unique strengths and talents, the things that come naturally to you, and finding ways to use them. This isn't about forcing yourself to be something you're not. It's about uncovering who you already are, at your core, and allowing that to guide your path. It's about learning to trust that inner voice, that inherent potential, and allowing it to lead you forward. This connection to our inner selves is the bridge between understanding these principles and truly putting them into action. So, how do we actually do this? How do we translate these ideas into tangible steps we can take in our daily lives? Here are some practical ways to start cultivating flow. First, practice mindfulness. This means paying attention to the present moment, noticing your thoughts, feelings, and sensations without judgment. This simple practice can be incredibly powerful in helping you identify those moments of resistance, those times when you're fighting the current. Second, embrace simplicity. Look for areas in your life where you can let go of unnecessary complications, distractions, and clutter. Focus on the essentials, the things that truly matter, and let go of the rest. This is about honoring that uncarved block, your Pu, by stripping away the excess. Third, cultivate flexibility. Life rarely goes exactly according to plan. Be open to change, be willing to adapt to new circumstances, and see challenges as opportunities for growth. This is the essence of Wu Wei, flowing with the changes instead of resisting them. Fourth, trust your intuition. Learn to listen to that inner voice, that gut feeling that often knows the right path, even when your logical mind is unsure. This is about reconnecting with your Pu, your inherent wisdom. Fifth, practice non-doing. This doesn't mean being lazy. It means consciously creating space in your life for stillness and quiet contemplation. Spend time in nature, meditate, engage in activities that allow you to simply be without striving or forcing. This allows the Tao to unfold naturally. Finally, actively identify areas of resistance in your life. Where are you pushing too hard? Where are you clinging to control? Journal about it, talk to a trusted friend, or simply take some time for honest self-reflection. Awareness is the first step towards change. These are just starting points, small steps you can take each day to begin moving with the flow, instead of against it. So, the secret to moving forward in life, the Taoist way, is really about aligning yourself with the natural flow of the universe, embracing the principle of Wu Wei, effortless action, and connecting with your inherent potential, your Peiyu, that uncarved block. It's about learning to let go of resistance, trusting the current, and allowing your life to unfold naturally. It's not always easy, but it's a path towards greater peace, fulfillment, and a sense of being truly unstuck. You have the power to unblock your own flow and find your path forward. As Lao Tzu said, "When I let go of what I am, I become what I might be." But what about those moments when the path isn't clear? When we're standing at a crossroads, faced with difficult choices, and we genuinely don't know which way to turn? How can we apply these same Taoist principles to navigate those crucial decision points, those moments that can shape the entire course of our lives? How can we find clarity and make choices with confidence, even when faced with uncertainty? Join us in the next video where we'll explore Taoism's guide to making life decisions with ease and the difficulty sometimes found in that simplicity. We'll dive deeper into how to tap into your inner wisdom and find the path that's truly right for you, even when it's not immediately obvious.